Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me today. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all doing well at this time, Taurus. This reading is for your energies, Taurus, between the 7th to the 13th of December or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond those times because universal timing is fluid, far more fluid than the earthbound timing that we're all used to. So I've pre-shuffled your cards, Taurus, and I'll just do a final shuffle of the Oracle of Visions and just take a couple of cards as perhaps some starter overall energies for you. There we are. So we have number 13, and this talks about productivity, control, organisation. So being very much in control of what you're doing, being productive and creative perhaps. And there's a beautiful rainbow here, a little bit of a rainbow path. So you know, and you look very determined and very much in control with whatever it is each one of you are doing, Taurus, and it will be a little bit different for all of you, and also it's a general reading, so it may not resonate with some of you at this time. So I'll just put that to one side, and then this card, the second one, number 52, and this is about direction, purpose, objectives, taking a first step, if you like. So really getting ready, or actually taking a leap of faith, being determined, knowing where you're going and taking those first steps forward. All right, so something to do with this productivity, have taken control as you take your first steps forward, Taurus. So I'll just pop those back over there and do a final shuffle now of the Psychic Tarot. So the first card down is your energy or a situation, Taurus, and then what you're thinking about, the root of the matter, or hidden influences sometimes, past influences, the future going forward, and then just finally something else that the universe would like to say to you, Taurus. And at the bottom of the deck we have the number 9. In ordinary tarot this would be the 9 of Swords. It is from the mental part of the deck, from the mind, about the mind, and this is saying, so there's something, you're suffering in silence over something, there's something fear-based thought, if I can put it that way, something that's going over and over in your mind that you're worried about, but often, you know, as the words on this card says, it's for some of you are keeping it to yourself, how much you're suffering mentally over a situation. You're keeping it to yourself for some of you. So let's see where this is going. Now, final shuffle of the Wheel of the Year Tarot. And cards are jumping about, so just 2 more shuffles. Lay them down on top for a little bit of depth and clarity. There we are. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Lover's card. So I think this is indicating that certainly for either part of the reading or all of the reading perhaps, we could be looking at a relationship emphasis. So let's see where we're going. Right, so at the heart of your reading, Taurus, we have the heart chakra, and we have the Ten of Wands. And the heart chakra, this is about love and relationships. So that sort of links in quite neatly with the Lover's card coming out there, the relation, which is a relationship. And in this particular card, you can see the couple are tying the knot with the blessing of the angel. So we could well be, for some of you, this could be a marriage. So at the heart of your reading, Taurus, we have the heart chakra. So this is, you know, very much about your emotions, energies around empathy and compassion, but certainly around love and relationships. So this has come out right at the heart. And then the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands comes forward when you've been carrying quite a heavy burden, a lot of responsibility in some area, but it certainly felt heavy. But in this particular card, we can see that the burden has been shared. All of the watermelons, they've been shared. So there's two people now carrying the burden or the responsibility or the heaviness, the weight on their backs. And so it's going to make climbing up this hill to their home much easier. But it has been heavy. It has been weighing heavy on you, Taurus, for some of you. So what are you thinking about at the moment? Well, we have, this is the major arcana. This would be the strength card in ordinary tarot. This is power. And you're thinking about, you may be thinking about an inner power or some form of an imbalance to do with power. And I say that because I'm looking at the clarifying card, which is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, this is about balance. But as we see here, there's an imbalance. So there's a bit of a seesaw. It's on a peach stone, so it's not very stable anyway. And there's a bit of a seesaw going on with who is at the top, who has got the power, if you like, the control. So the seesaw is going up and down. So this is what you're thinking about at the moment, is this perhaps a power imbalance, and perhaps that's within a relationship for some of you, Taurus. Now, at the root of the matter, we have the moving on and the High Priestess. Now, this is the moving on. This is from the mind part of this deck. And this is about mentally moving on. So mentally you've moved on because this is at the root of the situation. So for some of you, you have mentally moved on from what felt like very dark and heavy situation. You're heading now, you're on your way to the light, where it's a lot lighter and a lot brighter. So mentally moving on, this has already happened. This process has already been happening for you. And the clarifier is the High Priestess. So, and the High Priestess taps into intuition. So you've been moving, as you've been mentally moving on, you've been using your intuition, tapping into your higher self to get the answers to situations. The High Priestess holds secrets, and it's secrets, and that's why to find out what it is that is withheld from you, Taurus, what you're not sure about. You've been tapping into your intuition and your instincts. It's very feminine energy, the High Priestess, and very much connected with universal energies, with your higher self. All right, so probably tapping into these energies has been helping you with mentally moving on from a situation that's been holding you back, that's been quite heavy for you. Now, in the past influences, we have the waiting game and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the waiting, this is about waiting for something to grow, waiting, being patient, need to be patient. and waiting for something to develop, something to grow. This is from the spiritual part of this deck. So it could be something to do with your higher self, with your spirituality for some of you. But it doesn't have to be. It could be in any area. But there's certainly been, as it says here, a waiting game in the past that's been influencing the current situation. And then the clarifier, of course, is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. So this, you know, but when it gets to you, is bringing in something solid gold. Something, so it's a solid gold offer or an opportunity or information. So the Knight of Pentacles is clarifying the waiting game. So as you've been waiting for something to grow, something to develop, it's been coming in very slowly. But of course, as it gets to you, Taurus, it's going to be solid gold, and it's going to be secure, and it's going to be trustworthy. All right. So these are the past influences. Okay. Now, going forward, it's interesting. Going forward, we have from the heart part of the deck, we have a spiritual union here. So this is two people whose minds come together. This is a couple. You know, with the spiritual union, it's a twin flame card. And you know, it can refer to friendships, it can refer to relationships, it can refer to connecting with somebody at work, for example, or with your career or the work that you do. But I think because there's so much come out here concerning the heart, you had the heart chakra right at the heart of your reading. We've already had the Lover's card that's come out. So, and some form of an imbalance in a power situation. So I feel this is a twin flame situation, a couple, relationship, union, that I feel has worked well. But the clarifier is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about conflict. So conflict to do with differing opinions, different viewpoints, not being able to agree, if you like. You can see the two men having an arm wrestle to see who can win the day, if you like, who's the strongest. And I'm very drawn to what you were thinking about was the power, but with the Two of Pentacles, which is about a power imbalance. So going forward, to do with this twin flame, spiritual union, this couple, and you know, of course, Taurus, this is yourself. I think this is yourself and somebody else. There's going to be more arm wrestling going on, a few more arguments, perhaps tussles and disagreements, and to do with having your viewpoint listened to, perhaps a perspective listened to. But obviously there's two people involved here. Okay. All right. Now, what is it that the universe would like to say to you? So we've got another card from the heart part of the deck here. And this would be the Five of Hearts, Five of Cups in ordinary tarot, beg your pardon. So, and in this particular deck, this talks about emotional loss. So far as your heart's concerned, that you're feeling a sense of loss in some area, heart ache. You can see the man clutching his heart there, heart area. And the clarifier is the Three of Pentacles. And this is about something new being developed, something new being worked on, a new way perhaps, creating something new. But as a new way is being created, or something new is being created, and new opportunities, if you like. You're sort of working hard as well, being very focused on developing whatever this is. There's an element of sadness connected to this at this time. It's not going to last, Taurus. It's just something that the universe wants to acknowledge to some of you, that it understands that this is how you're feeling, perhaps about an emotional loss at this time. Okay. As something new is being worked on and created and developed. Okay. All right. And whatever it is, you've been keeping it to yourself. You've been suffering in silence over this, fear-based thoughts about this situation. I'm just going to ask, could we have 2 more messages, please, for Taurus to round this reading up, 7th to the 13th of December. Could we have 2 more messages, please, for Taurus at this time? All right, so first of all, we have crossing bridges. So, and this is saying it's a time for healing, a time for connecting, mending, and then releasing. So crossing the bridge, you know, following a new light, a new way forward. But at the same time, you know, healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Beautiful. All right, got the beautiful full moon there. And it's got a beautiful energy, this card has a very, very peaceful energy. And then the wandering path. And this is about life's journeys, windy, windy, up and down. Nothing remains the same, and nothing ever will remain the same. There's always change coming in. Nothing stays exactly the same from day to day, week to week, year to year. But what this card is saying is enjoy the journey. Don't get bogged down with the detail or where you may be at a certain point. Try to stand back and see situations for what they are, you know, and just think in a year's time looking back, will that situation, you know, would be worrying you or be preoccupying you, or will you have put it, you know, confined it to history and that you no longer think about it. So yeah, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, Taurus. Okay. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and for those of you that it's had meaning for, I hope it's offered a little bit of clarity and support also. Do get in touch if you would like a private reading. The information is below the video. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for being with me and taking the time to watch this reading. Good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.